Hello and welcome to the 2021 Faculty Awards and Recognition Ceremony as part of Scholars Week. Thank you for joining us today, and also want to welcome those watching live via YouTube. Held annually every April, Scholars Week celebrates, showcases, and promotes the rich culture of faculty, student, and mentored scholarship, research, and creative endeavors across Eastern Kentucky University. This evening, we'll recognize faculty for their accomplishments and contributions in areas of high-impact practice, innovation in teaching, inclusive excellence, scholarship of teaching and learning, and leadership through the Knoll Faculty Awards program, the Critical Thinking and Critical Reading Teacher of the Year Awards, and new this year, the 3-minute thesis winners and their faculty mentors. We're joined by President McFadden to offer a welcome, and then Provost Pogachnik will offer an introduction from Academic Affairs. President McFadden.
Well, good evening, Dr. Carpenter. So good to be with this group this evening. I truly am looking forward to us gathering together in the Knoll studio or another location on campus next April, where we can be together to celebrate everything that is academic excellence at EKU. This is an exciting week when we think about Scholars Week. We think about the amazing work that our faculty do every day. We think about the impact that it has on our students as they become the next generation of great leaders. And particularly, I love the word excellence, and we strive for excellence in everything we do here at EKU. And that is something that I hope reveals itself as we go through an evolution institutionally post-pandemic, as we focus on those things that make Eastern great. And what we will focus on is the things that have brought us to this point, which is our outstanding faculty and the work that they do every day. As a first-generation college student and graduate of this institution, the faculty who made an impact on my life still today are mentors, their friends, and their colleagues. And so I just want to say a big congratulations to all those who will be finding out that they are being recognized for excellence in these different disciplines. But I also want to thank those who are participating as presenters and those who have been a big part of the faculty awards and recognition process. That's really been spearheaded, Rusty, by the Knoll Studio and the work that you're doing with our faculty. So I want to just say my congratulations to all the award winners. We are very proud of you, and we look forward to celebrating your success.
Thank you, President McFadden. And Provost Pogachnik.
Thank you, Rusty. Well, I could just go say ditto to everything that the president said, but I wanted to just take a moment, first of all, to just express my thanks to the faculty for their contributions to scholarship during what's really been a challenging year. And you know, one of the things that we've seen so often here this year is that the pandemic has limited our opportunities to publish, in some cases, to present at our annual meetings. While a lot of those have been transferred to Zoom, they just, you know, the fact that going to conferences and talking to colleagues and exchanging ideas is such a vibrant part of being a faculty member. And so while this is a great substitution, I appreciate the opportunity that it presents itself. There have been some special challenges this year, and as the president said, we look forward to having everybody back and be able to do this in person. And I hope that you know, that next year you can take more advantage of your of opportunities to present at conferences and to get back some of that you know, enthusiasm that we have from the interactions with individuals in terms of sharing our scholarly research. You know, I want to take a moment to just thank Rusty and his entire group for who put together the award ceremony for today and making Scholars Week possible. There's so many folks on this committee, too many to name. But I'm just really thankful for them to put this on again and to be able to, you know, capture some type of an atmosphere of scholarly activity that is just so vital for our campus. You know, this is a value that we pass along to our students. And while we can talk about lifelong learning all day long, this shows that we value it, that we live it, that we want to make it part of our own lives, and that we think that this is part of the mentoring things that we want to pass along to our students. It's not just a slogan, it's something that we all believe in. You know, for the past 3 years now, I've had the privilege of reviewing all the faculty materials that were submitted as part of the promotion and tenure process. And every year I'm just so impressed by the breadth and the depth of the scholarly and creative activities that everybody is doing across campus. I know that that's just a small portion of what folks are going on, because there's only a small segment of our faculty that go up in any given year. But, you know, this is to me truly remarkable. And one of the things that I think has been just a joy for me is to this past few months, and we're going to do this going forward for the board meeting in June as well, is to highlight the activities of our faculty in terms of scholarly and creative activities to members of our board. I don't know how many of you were able to tune in or had the courage to tune into our last board meeting in March, but I was able to, with the deans, chairs, and help of the faculty, put together just a brief paragraph of some of the activities that our faculty are doing in terms of their applications for their sabbaticals this year. And while the numbers were small, the comments that we got from members of the board for them to actually see the work of our faculty was just really enlightening. And sometimes I think, you know, it's only times during Scholars Week, and we have so few limited opportunities sometimes to just really, you know, get our light from underneath that bushel basket and showcase it. And Scholars Week is one of the ways to do that. So, you know, this is just, today is just one piece of evidence that demonstrates our commitment to intellectual life on campus and the driving force that curiosity plays in higher education in particular, and how we pass those values along to our students. So I want to offer my special congratulations to all the award winners that will be showcased today and during the remainder of the week. You know, this is just an example of the pride we can all take in what EKU represents and what we offer to our students. And my heartfelt thanks to all of you for being here today.
Excellent. Thank you. All right. And with that, I believe we're ready to begin presenting our awards. Dr. Polk.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm Randy Polk, one of the faculty innovators for the College of Letters, Arts, and Social Sciences, and I will be presenting the High Impact Practice Teaching Award. This award is presented to an EKU faculty member who has implemented high impact practices in their teaching. As defined by the Association of American Colleges and Universities, the practices may include techniques and/or designs for teaching and learning that have proven to be beneficial for student engagement and successful learning among students from many backgrounds. Many practices qualify under this category, and they generally share common traits such as requiring considerable time and effort, facilitating learning outside of the classroom, requiring meaningful interactions and collaboration with diverse faculty and students, and providing frequent and substantive feedback. This year's recipient sought to demystify academic publishing and presenting through the creation of pre-service teacher communities. By positioning students as colleagues, the recipient created the opportunity for meaningful and lasting interactions, guiding them through scholarly works. As one student noted, this professor's classes helped me to secure a footing in the world beyond the university. I now consider her to be a trusted mentor, and even though I have graduated and am in the workforce, I still think of her. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Heather Fox, this year's recipient of the High Impact Practice Teaching Award.
Excellent. Congratulations, Dr. Fox, and Dr. Fairchild to present innovation.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Jennifer Fairchild, and I'm the co-director of the EKU Faculty Innovators. I'm happy to be presenting 2 recipients with the Faculty Innovation in Teaching Award. This award is presented to an EKU faculty member who is leading the way in teaching innovation. Teaching innovations may come from any aspect of instruction, such as innovative methods, activities, new technologies, novel approaches, or the development of products used for teaching. The scope of the innovation may vary to include a unit of study, an assignment, or an activity. Sometimes great innovations are born out of necessity, as when our first recipient had to figure out how students could play music together in the middle of a pandemic. Gathering recordings of professional musicians playing solo parts, this instructor created a series of assignments that guided students through the process of producing a high-quality video where they incorporated their own performances with those of the professionals. According to one student, this exercise provided not only valuable practice in accompanying, but also important experience in creating videos, a necessary skill set for students during this pandemic season. Congratulations to Dr. Bernardo Scaramboni, our first recipient of the Faculty Innovation in Teaching Award. Congratulations. Our second recipient sought to provide child and family studies students with a real-world learning experience via a mock grant proposal. This cumulative project built upon material learned throughout the course, requiring students to create a mission statement, a community needs assessment, and measurable objectives for their mock agency. Expressing her appreciation for this professor, one student noted, "In all the classes that I have taken with her, I know that all the assignments have a purpose and connect to tasks we will do in our careers." Please join me in congratulating Dr. Mary Scarafa, recipient of the Faculty Innovation in Teaching Award. Congratulations.
Excellent. Thank you, Dr. Fairchild. And next, we have our Inclusive Excellence category. And Dr. Poffenberger, turn it over to you.
Hi, good afternoon. Buenas tardes. My name is Abby Poffenberger, and I will be presenting the 2 recipients of the Inclusive Excellence Faculty Award. This award is presented to an EKU faculty member who has demonstrated a strong record of promoting student motivation and engagement through culturally responsive teaching and assessment strategies. Accomplishments in advancing inclusive excellence can be demonstrated through increased student-centered pedagogical approaches, including evidence of exemplary culturally responsive instructional practices and assignments, tools, resources, or syllabi used in the classroom. Our first recipient has made equity, diversity, and inclusion a binding thread throughout his entire academic career. In addition to making culturally responsive teaching practices a central part of his courses, this professor has led multiple research endeavors focused on creating supportive and affirming spaces for LGBTQ+ students in K-12 education, amplifying the voices of Black students in a magnet high school, and currently understanding how soon-to-be teachers consider the role of culture in the identity of their future students. His department chair writes, "His seamless weaving of equity, diversity, and inclusion throughout his teaching, scholarship, and service has been a source of inspiration for many in the profession." Please join me in congratulating Dr. Todd McCardle, recipient of the Inclusive Excellence Faculty Award. I can't wait to see everybody so we can clap and have real noise. Our next recipient has a long history of providing leadership and guidance to educators and pre-service teachers on anti-bias and inclusive practices. Through serving on her department's leadership team for social justice and equity, she has worked on developing a culturally responsive perspectives course, which honors student experience and ensures the social and emotional safety of all students. Outside of the classroom, this recipient has hosted professional development sessions on creating safe spaces for LGBTQ+ students and has developed a model for examining multiculturalism in classroom texts. As her department chair notes, her intense passion for culturally responsive teaching and strong motivation for inclusivity and education is evident. Congratulations to Dr. Sonia Yao, recipient of the Inclusive Excellence Faculty Award.
Excellent. Thank you, Dr. Poffenberger. And we will now present the Scholarship of Teaching and Learning Award, Dr. O'Brien.
Hello, I'm Shirley O'Brien, and I have the pleasure of presenting this year's recipient of the Faculty Scholarship of Teaching and Learning, or SOTL Award. This award is presented to an EKU faculty member who has demonstrated a strong record of accomplishments in the Scholarship of Teaching and Learning, or SOTL. This may include systematic investigation regarding teaching, student learning, and instructional conditions which promote learning, dissemination by published peer-reviewed scholarly work that leads to new knowledge in teaching and learning, strategies for new or innovative methods for determining the impact of teaching practices on student learning and/or knowledge retention, incorporation of student voices from a culturally relevant perspective within design, collaboration, and dissemination in scholarship, adapting or enhancing SOTL strategies from the literature to further enhance student learning and/or knowledge retention. This year's recipient traces his pursuit of SOTL to a village elementary school in Taiwan, where he was a teacher over 14 years ago. After a difficult start with classroom chaos and little to no learning, he began researching effective teaching and learning techniques. This passion has led him to publish over 15 peer-reviewed SOTL papers, covering 3 lines of research: the effectiveness of pedagogical practices in the classroom, the long-term acquisition of knowledge through learning, and educational technologies. For this recipient, his SOTL work is never just about research, but about directly helping the students of EKU. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Hung Tao Michael Chen, this year's recipient of the Faculty Scholarship of Teaching and Learning Award. Congratulations, Michael.
Thank you, Dr. O'Brien, and congratulations, Dr. Chen. And Dr. Winslow will present the Faculty Leadership Awards for this year.
Good evening, I guess. I'm Matthew Winslow, professor in the psychology department, and I will be presenting the recipients of the Faculty Leadership Award. This award is presented to EKU faculty members who exhibit outstanding leadership at EKU. Leadership could be in the areas of service to the university, but it could also include service to departments and colleges. We received applications from many highly qualified and accomplished faculty members this year. Thus, we have decided to recognize 3 extremely deserving faculty leaders for their vast yet distinct contributions. Our first recipient has been a constant figure in university leadership for many years. In addition to serving multiple terms on the University Research Committee and University Library Committee, this recipient has long been an advocate for issues of faculty well-being. He was invited to give 2 presentations for the AAUP, one on gender salary discrepancies among faculty, and the other on the effect of raising healthcare premiums on the real salaries of faculty and staff. In his current role as chair of the Faculty Senate, he has hosted a campus visit from CPE President Dr. Aaron Thompson, organized multiple virtual events in town halls, and assisted in the distribution of federal CARES funding for students. As one of his recommenders notes, this person has been, quote, an unwavering and bold leader for our campus community and I heavily rely on his counsel and input," unquote. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Marco Choca, recipient of the Faculty Leadership Award. Quote, "Leadership is characterized by the achievement of an authenticity that allows for the utilization of one's best self in the service to others," unquote. This is the philosophy of the next recipient, who has held numerous leadership roles at EKU. In her college, she serves on multiple committees, including the Center for Economic Development, Entrepreneurship, and Technology Board Innovation Fund, the Promotion and Tenure Guidelines Review Committee, and she has participated in multiple curriculum redesign teams and has chaired the MBA design team and the Patterson Scholarship Committee in the College of Business, and that's not all. At the university level, the recipient serves on the President's Council for Institutional Excellence and Innovation and is a member of CPE's Faculty Advisory Network. Her recommender notes, quote, "She is one of the most professional and committed individuals whom I have had the pleasure of knowing," unquote. Congratulations to Dr. Beth Poland, recipient of the Faculty Leadership Award. Our final recipient has focused her leadership efforts on providing meaningful and enriching experiences for EKU students and on leading in the Division of Natural Areas. In addition to supervising 44 independent student research projects, that's 44, she has organized student trips to diverse areas around the globe, partnered with the U.S. Forest Service to provide internships, and managed an NSF grant providing research experiences for undergraduates. She also obtained a grant to create the Science for Sustainable Living initiative, which will eventually certify EKU as a pollinator-free bee campus USA. Since August 2020, this recipient has also overseen education and outreach efforts connecting EKU's Division of Natural Areas with K-12 schools. As her recommender writes, quote, "Her passion is contagious and her dedication is unwavering. This is leadership," unquote. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Kelly Watson, recipient of the Faculty Leadership Award. This concludes our presentation of the Noel Faculty Awards. I'd like to turn it over to Dr. Jennifer Weiss, who will be presenting the recipients of the Critical Reading and Critical Thinking Awards.
Hello, everyone. Thanks, Matt, and congratulations to all of the awardees that have been mentioned so far. I am very excited to talk about our QEP and the Critical Reading and the Critical Thinking Teaching Awards that we have this year. Critical Reading and the Critical Thinking Teaching Awards are presented through EKU's Quality Enhancement Plan. And the current plan, Read with Purpose, seeks to develop critical readers across all disciplines and all levels of the curriculum. And it's led by Lisa Bosley and Jill Parrott. It builds upon the previous QEP, which focused on critical reading. And before I continue with my script, I just want to say that the current QEPs get better and better at EKU. And the critical reading QEP is by far the best QEP I have seen in the SAC-COC region. And it continues to be impressive for our students, faculty, and staff. The QEP provides leadership and initiatives that support student learning and success. Hundreds of faculty and staff have participated in critical thinking and critical reading professional development to enhance their teaching skills. And thanks to their efforts, EKU students are learning to become more active, metacognitive, critical readers and thinkers. These awards are presented to EKU faculty members who challenge students to improve their critical reading and critical thinking. Faculty are nominated for the award by students through a university-wide survey. The QEP Professional Development Committee then selects the winners based on the specificity and quality of the students' comments. Students nominated nearly 50 instructors for one of the two awards. The awards demonstrate the impact of critical reading and critical thinking instruction on students across disciplines and at all levels of the curriculum. Students from first year to graduate level courses participated in nominating instructors. So what do students say? They commented on ways that instructors challenged them to ask questions of the texts they were reading, draw conclusions from evidence in the reading, and then apply them to problems in the laboratory, to make decisions with facts. Students cited that instructors prompted them to think about the social and historical context of a situation and apply that to real life problems in society and in the world. Students said that they were asked to apply ideas in their assigned readings toward the shaping of their worldview and to their future careers, to think like leaders, to consider standards by which to judge personal prejudices, consider the accuracy, precision, and clarity of their work. For these reasons and so many more, students identified this year's award winners. Let's first look at the Critical Reading Teaching Award winners. And they include Patrick Callie, Biggs Chandra, Adam Lawson, Jason Marion, Robert Mitchell, Sarah Mullins, Randy Polk, Carter Sickles, and Donald Varakin. Let's give them a round of applause. And then I get to keep going and share more awardees for the Critical Thinking Teaching Awards. That list includes the following: Biggs Chandra, Margaret Frozenna, Raymond Lauk, Timothy Mackey, Travis Martin, Kristen Sahadi, Bill Sullivan, and Matt Winslow. Let's give this group a round of applause as well. Congratulations to all who were nominated and to the winners. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Weiss. And I believe we are ready to recognize and unveil our 3MT Award recipients this year. Dr. Baggett.
Outstanding. Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Dr. Ryan Baggett. I'm the Dean of the Graduate School at EKU. It is definitely my honor to be here this evening to recognize some of our outstanding graduate students here. I'm going to share my screen with you real quick, and we'll get this show on the road. Outstanding. We're good to go. All right, so the 3MT, what is it and where did it come from? I'll make this as quick as possible and we'll go from there. This is not an EKU-centric only presentation competition. This has been going on for over a decade across the globe, actually started in Australia. This is EKU's first year of doing this. When I met with Dr. Bogachnik and talked about coming to the grad school, that was one of the first things he talked to me about. Make sure that you get 3MT up and going, and through the help of the Knoll Studio and the grad council and a lot of other very, very smart folks, we got it going, and here we go. So the basic premise is that it's basic, but the research is extremely advanced. The ideal is the students must be engaging to a non-specialist audience. I used to, when I was going through the dissertation phase, used to be taught, make it so that your grandmother would understand what you were doing for your dissertation. Take that information and put it into 3 minutes, 180 seconds, and make it engaging. Easy enough, right? You're taking 100 pages worth of written text and putting it into 3 minutes. It's a fairly complicated task, I think you'll agree. One slide, one static slide, no animations, no costumes, no props, no pulling rabbits out of your hat, just a straight up 3 minute dialogue to engage the audience. So Without further ado, I want to give you a 2-minute highlight of the 3MT 2021. Thanks to Brad Powell for putting this little video together, giving you a highlight of some of our finalists, and then we'll announce our winners.
In each of these 3 examples, the creator or the author has used non-standard language, that is, language that differs from the norm. These alterations to standard language are examples of what we call rhetorical figures or figures of speech, and are intentional changes to standard language in order to achieve a specific rhetorical effect. These changes are classified by type, such as the addition or omission of a sound or syllable, and location, like the beginning or the end of a word. In these means in particular, the use of rhetorical figures creates the effect of cuteness by making the word sound like a child who said it, or an animal who just happens to know English.
How much do you like coffee? I think a great deal of people love to start their morning with a delicious cup of joe. Did you ever wonder how that coffee is grown and what that landscape looks like? My research looks at seed dispersal mutualisms in coffee farms. Seed dispersal is a transportation of seeds by animals. This process provides nutrients for the animals, but also helps to maintain those plant population and their genetic diversity.
When we examined ACT specifically and its ability to treat depressive symptoms, we found a large effect size of 0.97. This means that we can say with a large degree of confidence that ACT is an extremely effective treatment for depression.
The United States Department of Veterans Affairs estimates about 8% of the U.S. population will suffer a form of post-traumatic stress disorder at some point in their lives. This makes it a significant mental health concern. Knowing this, some questions may arise. How can we treat it? How can we prevent it? And when we can't prevent it, how can we mitigate its effects?
All right. Outstanding topics. 2 categories, master's division, doctoral division. We'll start with the master's categories. All the participants, I think it's a great sign. All the finalists are on this Zoom this evening. So I'm going to identify them, ask them to tell us 1 or 2 sentences about themselves, and then we'll go on to the next presenter. I think that'd be great to hear from our student participants as well. 20 participants in this year's 3MT, 20 individuals. We had 8 in the doctoral category and 12 in the master's category. Second place for the master's category was Kaylin Wild, an EKU English graduate program. Her faculty mentor is none other than Dr. Dom Ashby. And Kaylin, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your research?
Hi, thank you so much. Yeah, I just wanted to look at the patterns of speech that we found online in memes, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. I learned a lot, and thank you to Dr. Ashby. He helped me a ton, so thanks.
Wonderful. Kaylin will be receiving $150 from the graduate school and a nice certificate. Congratulations, Kaylin. So that leaves us up for the master's category and the first place winner. The first place winner will receive $400 from the graduate school and a nice customized plaque. This year's winner, you saw our video about the coffee, but it's much deeper than that, is none other than Jennifer Knight. Jennifer is an EKU biology program student, and I'll let her, because it has a very scientific piece to it, I'll let her explain her research.
Hello, everyone. Thank you. This is such an honor to be selected. And can you all hear me? I just want to thank the collaborative efforts first of the grad school and the graduate council and the Noel studio. But my name is Jennifer. I am a Michigan native. I'm here completing my second year, my master's program in the biology department. And I'm looking at seed dispersal interactions, specifically using network theory. I work under Dr. Valerie Peters, and working with her has provided the opportunity for international travel as well as research, which has been really great, and it has opened up my eyes to the dynamics of these neotropical systems. And it's been really great having her share her passion for community ecology as well as conservation. And so And so I'm happy to be here at EKU and have this opportunity. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. Congratulations to you. We'll now move on to the doctoral. We had 3 of our 4 doctoral programs represented in that research. The PsyD came with it under the direction of Richard Osbaldeston. No surprise if you know Dr. Osbaldeston. And the second place winner was actually a pair of individuals. We were going to just do 150. We're going to give 150 to both of them because we think that's the fair thing to do. The second place winner of the doctoral category in the 3MT, Taylor Chile and Reagan Overby. Taylor and Reagan, I'll let you say a few words if you don't mind.
Absolutely. First of all, thank you so much for this opportunity. I also want to thank Dr. O for working with us so diligently on this project. I believe he even carved out a Sunday evening for us while we were running our stats. So that's dedication right there. Just a little bit, I'm from California. I came out here to Kentucky for EKU's program specifically. We have great faculty in our program, probably some of the best in the country. It's a little underrated, I would say. And so I'm a rising 4th year. And so I'm at the point in my clinical work where I'm really starting to get an orientation, a theoretical orientation. And Reagan and I both really resonate with acceptance and commitment therapy and the treatment of depression, which is such a common clinical disorder. And so we really wanted to just see how effective this orientation that we were interested in, how effective it is in actually treating this. So thank you again. And Reagan, I'll let you take over from here.
I would just have to echo what Taylor said. Thank you all so much. Thank you, everybody involved, especially thank you for Dr. O supervising us, making sure we were on the right track, even on a Sunday afternoon. I would also want to say thank you. There's a lot of people here that I wouldn't be here giving this talk right now and wouldn't have been able to do this had it not been for a lot of professors that are sitting here in this virtual room with us. So thank you all so much. And in regards to research, it's just good to know that the therapies that we're getting involved with learning actually work. So always good news to have confirmation that we're helping people. But again, thank you all so much.
Wonderful. Congratulations to both of you. Great work. So that just brings us to the doctoral category. The first place winner, Megan, this is you. So the winner of the first place of the 3MT at EKU inaugural competition in doctoral, winner $400 and a personalized plaque will be Megan Thomas. Megan, take it away.
Wow. Okay. Thanks, everyone. I'm in the same program, same cohort as Taylor and Reagan. We all know each other. We're like best friends. So it's just an honor to be nominated with them and just have Dr. O as such a great mentor and professor. I think he carved out a chunk of time on a Sunday evening also to help me with my project. But yeah, I come from a small town in Eastern Kentucky. I never thought I would be able to go to college or a doctoral program nonetheless. So it's just really nice to be able to further my education here at EKU and just, you know, make it's possible for someone who comes from a rural area to be able to conduct research and just help people and just, you know, accomplish their dreams. But I'm done rambling. So yeah, thanks.
That was excellent, Megan. You didn't ramble at all. Congratulations to all of you. So the last category that I will announce the winners of was called the People's Choice Award. And the committee was very adamant that we include a opportunity for others to weigh in on what their favorite submission was. We were just going to do one, but decided let's do master's and doctoral. Winner of each category get $100 from the graduate school. And the two winners this year, Henderson Gull. Henderson, I understand that you're on here and that you may go by a different name, so take it away.
Hey guys, my name is Henderson Cyrenius Gull, but pretty much everybody calls me Rennie. I'm really flattered to have gotten this. It's caught me by a lot of surprise today, I'm not gonna lie. You know, it was a very interesting research season. We were out there the entire summer at a local campground in Red River Gorge studying copperhead behavior. There were campers all around us the whole time. So with COVID, it was quite interesting because there's a big educational component to our research. So I just want to say thanks to Dr. Richter, my faculty mentor, who supported us terrifically through that whole ordeal of the summer, as well as the Forest Service, the Biology Department, and the Division of Natural Areas for their support as well.
Wonderful. Thanks, sir. Congratulations, you. And our last person, I don't believe that she is on, but the doctoral category People's Choice Award goes to Brianna Chysinski from our EKU Doctor of Occupational Therapy program. Her faculty mentor was Dr. Casey Humphrey. Research entitled Fieldwork Educator Preparedness, a study examining the effect of an online learning module on the perceived preparedness level. Let's give all of our 20 participants and our winners a hand right now, if you don't mind. Congratulations. And finally, this type of endeavor cannot be accomplished without a worthwhile team. I won't list everybody, I won't say everybody's name up there, but understand the EKU Graduate Council, the Knoll Studio for Academic Creativity, and we had a whole host of judges across the board that judged each and every one of these, compared them. It was a peer-reviewed. Let's see, students, what you can now put there. We had a juried review there for that. Also, again, I want to thank Dr. Jerry Pogachnik and for pushing this along. It's been an outstanding competition. We can't wait till next year. And with that, I'll turn it back over to you, Dr. Carpenter.
Thank you, Dr. Baggett. Congratulations to the Knoll Faculty Award recipients, the Critical Thinking and Critical Reading Teacher of the Year Award winners, and the 3-minute thesis winners. And thank you to their faculty mentors for your leadership and commitment to this exciting new program. I'd also like to thank my colleagues in the Knoll Studio, the Faculty Center for Teaching and Learning, Office of the Provost, the library, our faculty innovators, and the Scholars Week committee this year. If you've served on this committee before, you know that it's a group that works year-round to put Scholars Week together. And I'd also like to thank the award reviewers who committed an incredible amount of time to reviewing submissions this year. I would also like to thank Provost Pogachnik and for his leadership, commitment to research, scholarship, and creative endeavors across all areas of Eastern Kentucky University. And I'm thrilled to announce that we have a new award forthcoming in 2021. The Dr. Jerry Pogachnik Graduate Faculty Award will recognize Dr. Pogachnik's leadership and commitment to graduate education and research at Eastern Kentucky University. This award will be given to a deserving faculty member beginning next year and will be presented collaboratively by the Knoll Studio, the Office of Research and Economic Development, and the Graduate School. The Dr. Jerry Pogachnik Graduate Faculty Award will recognize excellence in graduate level teaching, scholarship, and mentorship. Faculty will demonstrate success across several areas, including graduate level teaching, leadership that promotes research and scholarly endeavors, especially at the graduate level, advancement of research, scholarly, and creative endeavors that enhance the graduate experience, mentorship of graduate students, including guided research, teaching, and professional development, those faculty members who coach students to apply graduate content at higher orders of critical thinking, and finally, advancement and coordination of EKU graduate programs and courses to include innovative new development or significant redevelopment and or transitions to online deliveries. Provost Pogachnik, we are so appreciative for your leadership, and we look forward to carrying on this legacy and awarding faculty deserving of this honor in the future. Dr. Pogachnik, I'd like to invite you to say a few final words as we conclude the Faculty Awards and Recognition Ceremony.
I apologize. You sort of took me by surprise here. Just really overwhelmed. EKU has been my law for the last 16 years. Graduate education is at a place where, and we're rightly so, bachelor's degrees is the primary focus, can sometimes be underappreciated in terms of what it does for our students, in terms of the intellectual vitality that it lends the campus, in terms of what it can do in terms of just faculty recruiting. It's been an honor for me to be involved in graduate education for way more years than I want to count, as a faculty member, as an associate dean prior to coming here, and working with Council of Graduate Schools over many, many years, and as being the graduate dean here for a long time. This has really been a love of my life to do this. And I just don't know what else to say. So thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Pogachnik. This award will allow faculty to continue to strive for excellence in graduate education and research long into the future. And we are so appreciative for your leadership and your many contributions to Eastern Kentucky University. We're looking forward to inviting you back next year to recognize this faculty member. And I would like to thank Dr. Tom Martin and Dr. Ryan Baggett, Dr. Shirley O'Brien for their collaboration and the creativity and innovation that went into designing this important award. I can't wait until we have this among our acknowledgements, and look forward to making this a reality next year as part of Scholars Week. With that, I would like to thank everybody again so much for being here, for your contributions to areas of scholarship and creative endeavors. I hope you enjoy the remainder of Scholars Week. We have a number of exciting events coming up. The Faculty Interdisciplinary Symposia have been impressive, and we have our Alumni Spotlight speaker tomorrow evening, and I hope you'll be able to join. With that, thank you all again. Have a great evening, and if our award recipients could stay in the Zoom room, we are going to attempt a photo with your awards. Thank you, everyone, and have a great evening.